Alright, Shalawam, I came out there. First and foremost, before I start, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, baha, sham, Yahawashi. Yahawah, that's the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahawashi, that's the name of his beloved Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Double honor to the apostles of great millstone, peace and mercy to elect. Baha, sham, Hawakakodash, in the name of the Holy Spirit. The 5G B system and active denial system. I'm over here. I started off looking up the RFID chip technology, and I remember last Saturday, brothers was speaking on the 5G network and speaking on the harms and the effects and how they need to use it. Now, we all understand that the so-called white man, Esau, the biblical Edomite, he wanted to transfer over the world into the new, the terminology, how the world know it as the New World Order. Now, in the New World Order, that thing will consist of the RFID chip, which would be the new economic system of buying and selling, where you will be inserted with an RFID chip, which will hold all your records. Now, dealing with this RFID chip, they need all the powerful radio or frequency waves possible, so that the system could always be sufficient to work. So they've been working on that 5G system, which is so powerful, with the frequencies, that it fries and it alters your cell molecules and the way your brain developing, and that's how powerful the system is. That's why you got some people calling it the 5G B system. Now, this video right here is called the 5G B system. Check it out. Check it out though. The lady just speaking on it, and she even compared that some of the 5G, some of the system, scientists figured out how is the radio frequencies is of the same thing on how to use the active dial system. And I'm gonna show you what the active dial system is. It's like the radio waves is similar. And I'm going to show you what the active dial is. You're going to see, well, like, damn, you're going to see why, this thing is frying. It fries this thing shouldn't be up. It messes with humans, But the brother brought out the point that this lady was living over these, they building these new towers everywhere. You see them on the building here. She was living in the building below the towers, and what effects it had on their child. I'm gonna play it, but before I play, I'm gonna read the scripture, Revelation 12:12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens and ye earth, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down upon you, having great wrath, because he know that he have but a short time." Now, we see why he coming. The so-called white man see that the NATO system and the United States government, this world system, is slowly but surely being exposed. Everybody's waking up to what the truth is and what's really going on. All right, so he know he have but a short time. He know that the prophets of the Lord out there is telling you that the world is going down. His system rather is going down. The world of his system is going down. So he's moving fast and rapidly to get this system out here to try to get it set up, which is his New World Order. Now let's check out what this lady said concerning the 5G Beast Network, and then I'm going to the active dial. How this lady said these waves using the 5G system is similar to the active dial.
This is one woman's experience of living on the top floor under cell antennas for 2 months.
It started with my daughter. She initially got a rash on her leg that was sort of unexplainable. And when she was trying to explain to me what it felt like, she kept saying it was kind of funny because it wasn't hurting inside or on the skin. She said it was hurting in the skin. And then a few days later, she got another rash on her arm, and then another small kind of stranger rash, and it was the same thing. And then one day in the kitchen, she was holding something and she dropped it because she said it felt like the blood in her hand went cold and in a wave along her hand to her fingertips, and then her hand stayed numb for about 15 minutes. Some more of the symptoms include a sort of hissing in my ear, in particular when I'm in my apartment, but for about 3 days, anywhere I went, it would just sort of come in. I kind of felt like an antenna, and I'd sort of kind of go like, trying to find the place where the hissing or the buzzing stopped. I've not slept in my apartment since last Saturday, so a week ago now, and the buzzing went away after about 3 days, and also the feeling of tingling all over my body slowly started to go away. But I have noticed that whenever I'm in other buildings now or anywhere close to, I don't even know what, because I was never sensitive before. I'm no Luddite. I have computers. I have all the stuff that most of us have, and I've never been sensitive at all. But now, wherever I go, I'm feeling the same as I felt in my apartment, feeling dizzy and nauseous and a sort of a metallic taste in my mouth, headache and pressure on my head, and just feeling like I want to sort of faint or throw up. And that's wherever I go now. So I found myself becoming increasingly sensitive to my own computer and my own cell phone in ways that I never was before.
See that right there? That lady is...
Imagine the implications of a weapon.
With that 5G network, that thing is so powerful. It's not meant to be. Esau he's the devil, man. All right. Now check it out. The lady in that same video, she the one that had me to where I looked up the active dial. Like, what the hell is the active dial? Right. Now this is the active dial. Let me see, is this the one I had? Because Esau know that when this time come, everybody's not gonna be taking this, just being down for the system that he created, that he's creating, a new world order. So he's already prepared for things like yeah, man, come on, man. He's already prepared for things like seditions and uprisings and whatnot. Damn, man, my whole phone just went into disaster. My YouTube back, man. There you go. All right, but the dude know that he finna be dealing with that. Now check this video out. This is the active dial. The active dial system.
Service personnel playing the role of an unruly mob at Georgia's Moody Air Force Base are about to fall prey to an invisible ray. The hulking panel atop this Humvee is part of what the U.S. military calls the Active Denial System, or ADS. It's designed to incapacitate enemy combatants with an unnerving, non-lethal sensation of intense heat. Watch as the ray silently strikes and scatters the crowd.
The active denial system has three great characteristics. First of all, it's safe. Second, it's effective. And third, it has a tremendous range compared to the other non-lethal weapons that today's warfighter has.
He said it's safe. You're going to find out that they only have it at a certain frequency to make it safe. You're going to find out he says that it's at a certain frequency, meaning that they could turn that frequency up and fry you. The active dial system is some type of frequency they use. It's like a microwave frequency they used to scatter you, or to basically make you feel like you inside of a microwave where you cook at. That's what that is. And this is the same technology that's similar to the 5G network explained on that video.
This is the heart of this 100 kilowatt transmitter. This is the gyrotron. 200 kilowatts of electricity is fed in, and 100 kilowatts of radio frequency comes out. That millimeter wave energy comes out an aperture underneath the main reflector, hits the subreflector, which illuminates that main reflector and sends a roughly antenna-sized beam downrange. Those whole...
Seen it? Just check out the
energy
the beam.
Comes out an aperture underneath the main reflector, hits the subreflector, which illuminates that main reflector and sends a roughly antenna-sized beam.
See that beam?
Down.
They see that beam right there? That's why that lady was catching all that hell in her apartment. It's all invisible. You can't see that beam. Like, you seen the people they scattered. You don't even know. It looked like, why are they scattering? But they feeling that beam. That lady was feeling that beam in her house and was causing her daughter to have rashes and her to feel nauseated and headaches and all of whatnot.
Those holes that you see in the antenna are for the cameras and other visual equipment that the operator uses so that he knows exactly where that beam is going.
It's operated by a joystick. The operator looks into the console, sees exactly what that antenna is aimed at, moves the joystick left, the antenna slews to the left, same way to the right. Then when there's an individual who's identified as a troublemaker, he has a cursor. He can put that cursor on that individual, pull the trigger that's on the joystick, and the energy is sent downrange at the speed of light.
The electromagnetic radiation released by the active denial system is similar to the microwaves in your microwave oven, in that it causes the water molecules in the target to become excited and heat up. But that's where the similarity ends. The ADS is designed to heat only the very surface of the skin. It does this by outputting only the carefully chosen radio wave frequency of 95 gigahertz. Even though it can easily penetrate clothing, the ADS generates a much shorter...
See, they only put it on 95 gigahertz, which it only heats up the skin, you know. They could turn that thing up and fry you in a second if they wanted to.
...and safer wavelength of radio waves than those used in microwave ovens.
The active denial system millimeter wave directed energy beam reaches 1/64th of an inch into human skin. So that is the outermost layer of the skin, roughly equivalent to about 3 sheets of notebook paper. It is essentially affecting the pain nerves in the outermost layer of the skin, heating them up and causing an immediate repel effect.
Even these stoic servicemen, aware of what's about to happen,
Engage.
can't help but flinch when they feel the heat.
This is the first time I've experienced the beam from the active denial system, and it feels like an intense warmth feeling, kind of similar to opening a very hot oven door, and it's a compelling feeling that you want to get out of the way of this beam. If you were not expecting this, it would definitely shock you and make you want to move.
The ADS...
This second edge is 15 and 16. It says, "For there shall be seditions amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Now, Esau know that it's going to be seditions amongst men. You're going to have crowds out there, people just going crazy who are not down for his system. So he going to use things like the active down system to get these people to flee and to run, man. He going to microwave their ass, man. All right? That's what he going to do to them. He going to microwave you. Now it says that they're not going to regard their kings or princes. They don't care. They know that the higher ups know that the people are going to get to the point they're not going to care what the government says. So they're going to use things as such. But this very same system, like I was explaining, this lady was explaining this very same system in this guy right here. Check this video out.
This is back now 6-7 years. He said, "Richie, as it stands, you said."
This guy was Barry Tower on the 5G net, the 5G microwaves. There is no safe place, nowhere to go. He was explaining how they're going to use the same thing as well.
Low-level wireless radio frequency. That's low-level wireless radio frequency. This is back now 6-7 years ago. When we're exposed to that, it can disrupt cell metabolism. It can reduce melatonin, which of course...
It said it could reduce melatonin, he said. This so-called white man is going hard. He know that the Negro Latino Native American man, especially the you know, now that he then mixed his seed all in the northern kingdom, but the southern kingdom brothers, that, you know, Esau's on a mission basically to remove melanin from the earth. Everybody gonna look like him. That's what he wants.
Controls your sleeping and your waking cycles. It can disrupt cell metabolism. It can reduce melatonin, which of course controls your sleeping and your waking cycles.
And your immune system.
And your immune system.
And your immune system, yeah.
And you said it'll disrupt brain glucose metabolism, and it'll mess around with the blood-brain barrier. That was low-level wireless radio frequency, and you were proven to be right. So this is something different entirely, Barry, for the lay person. What's it like? Is it like turning 4G up to, from 7 up to 1,000 on the dial on the radio? What is it?
I suppose the simple answer, of course, is yes and no. Each particular frequency can affect different parts of the body. You have in an adult body, you have around.
So let me grab this real quick, because this white man, this devil is gonna come with it. He's coming with some stuff Jake ain't even ready for. Jake gonna be ready to shoot or ready to, whatever. I got my guns ready. Even everybody, all the masses of the people got their guns ready, but they not ready for what the devil is gonna come with. But the men of the Lord, all we can do is trust in the Most High. This Isaiah 54:17. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is in the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. So we ain't gotta really trip off this, man. This is gonna be a judgment upon people. The active dial is a judgment upon people. The 5G network and everything is a judgment upon people, man. And one of these videos I was checking out, that active dial could hit you from 7 football fields away. So Esau gonna come with it, and it's all tied in with each other. This dude finna microwave everybody, man. He do not care. All right, this dude do not care about what it is he doing. Even got this video here that it causes.
All right,
cancer.
I'm busy as hell today, so come on, you gotta hit me with it. Where do you go first? What's your joke?
I bought some shoes from a drug dealer. I'm not sure what he laced.
This
increase in glioma and glioblastoma.
Time study pulls streetlights, anything to minimize their expenses, but health experts worry.
Check it out.
Work of antenna.
These cellular companies and telephone companies is buying up light poles, street lights, street signs, certain things in the park, so that they can be able to put these towers for the 5G network.
As built in closer
and it's causing cancer.
Proximity than the existing infrastructure. Wireless companies plan to use light poles, street lights, anything to minimize their expenses. But health experts worry about potential risks associated with exposure to radiation from cell phone antennas. Cell phones emit low levels of radio frequency energy, or RF. In 2011, the International Agency for Research on Cancer identified RF fields as, quote, possibly carcinogenic to humans. A study in...
Ain't no possible carcinogenic to humans. It is causing carcinic effects, meaning cancer effects. Check it out. They did a study on animals and it fucked every single animal up.
Sweden found that Swedes who talked over cell or wireless phones for over 25 years were at 3 times the risk of developing glioma, a brain tumor that is often malignant, than those who used them for less than a year. And in March, a large-scale lifetime study of lab animals confirmed a link between cell tower radiation and cancer. The animals were exposed to levels legally permitted by the United States Federal Communications Commission. I discussed these studies with Dr. David Carpenter, director of the University of Albany's Institute for Health and the Environment.
They show a very significant...
So, man, we dealing with we at war. It's a silent war. The Negro, Latino, Native American, man, you are the intended targets. They finna come do this thing, man. So with that, I was just going through this information. I'm checking out like, man, this is crazy. But this is the last days. This is what this devil's gonna be allowed to come with, and he frying everybody with his networks, and he do not care, because that's the system he will use to keep intact all this energy he would need for the RFID chip and the whole system just to run, period. And if that mean that people brain gotta fry and people gotta just suffer from radio waves, he don't care. And he also would be using the active dial system to fry you as well. You know, so with that, I'm going to close out. Say, Barak the Yahawah, Barak the Yahawashi, Shalom, Makiv, Step, Shalawam. What the hell? There you go.